Hello everyone, how you doing? Today I would like to show you an simple and easy way of how I prepare fresh soybeans as homemade food to feed my shrimps. These are the soybeans that have been in the water for one night, so it's easier to remove the shells in the next day. For those of you who want to know about the quantity of soybeans, I use 150 gram in these recipes. Next step, let's remove all the skins out. I have two bowls side by side. One will contain the soybeans once removed, and the other will contain the skins. Okay, so this is not the fun part, and I know some of you might find it very long and boring to do it. It takes a lot of patience, and not everyone enjoys this process. And if you don't like it, you can ask someone else in the family to do it for you, or you can skip this process. So the choice is yours. But for me, I don't mind. I'm patient enough and I enjoy to do this process. A quick and dirty method to remove the skins is to reach and rub the beans with your fingers. But I found this way not consistent enough, meaning there will always be some beans still have the skins on, so I don't do this method. This is how the soya beans look like once I'm done with the peelings. They look fresh and healthy. It looks so delicious. I don't know if we can eat it raw like this way. I'm not that sure. But I know that my mother makes fresh soya milk. Once the skin's removed, she adds all dry bean into a mixer, then adds some cups of water. Then she strains the milk out into the milk bag and squeeze the milk out. Oh my god, believe me, the fresh soya milk tastes really good and healthy. But for the shrimp food context, we need to try out the beans instead. There are many ways. I show you my way to do it. Put them on a cheesecloth inside a vegetable plastic dryer or tray. Spread the beans out a little bit. And place in direct sunlight about a day. So, how to protect against flies and other predators outdoors, such as birds? Well, I made DIY using an old barren lampshade and cover with mosquito net. It's very simple, fast, and efficient. What about the skins? Should I feed them or should I try out in direct sunlight? I think there's no need to try it out. Just feed them directly. It contains protein, amino acid, and trace minerals, which are great. And once the beans are completely dried out, the next step is to grind them. Just pour the dry soybeans into a coffee grinder. Secure the lid and start the blender. And now you guys are curious to know how to know when to stop the blender. I keep the blender runs until I can hear the sound of the beans get smoother, then I stop it. Place a feed mesh sieve over a pot. Then take out the flour. You can pour it into a mesh sieve. Then start to sift the fleshly flour. Break down the lumps if necessary. and remove the unground bits into another bowl. Then repeat the same process for the remaining flour. Once this process is done, the next step is I want to make as a paste that can stick all together. But before we do that, I like to add some calcium powder. It's just optional. You don't have to add that if you don't want to. I add about half of the teaspoon of calcium powder into the soybean powder that we just made. Then I pour everything into a bigger bowl and I add slowly egg white and mix all together. As you can see, the idea here is you want to make a paste, so don't add too much egg white if not necessary. However, add more egg white if you can see there is not enough or it's still very dry to make it add a paste texture. Don't be afraid to use your hands and mix all together. By doing that, I found the result is better. The base texture looks in good shape. The next step is to roll the soybean base. For those of you who like baking like myself, you will love this process. Put the base on a cooking parchment paper and split the paper in half and start to roll it. This is just the way I do it. But you can also cut out another parchment paper and put it above so the paste will be in between the two cooking papers like a sandwich. You need to repeat this step many times. I know it's long, but you have to do it. And this is how it looks like once I'm done with the rolling. I personally like the base thickness around 2 millimeter. Then I put it on a tray and ready to bake. Transfer to oven and set to warm mode. Set the temperature to 130 Fahrenheit, about 30 minutes, and let's see after how it will do. Okay, I took it out after 30 minutes. I can notice the paste is still not dry enough, but it's perfect time to cut it into small portions. I just found it's easier to cut them when the paste still not dry and hard enough. It doesn't break into small pieces. And after the cut, I will put on the oven again for 30 minutes to make sure the paste will completely bake and dry out. For your information, if your paste is not dried enough, it could create moisture when you keep the pieces inside a food container. I had that issue before and I was wondering what the heck I did wrong. But now I know it. The last step I cut into small portion. I had so much fun to do it even if it was long. Congratulations, you just finished making soybean homemade shrimp food. Now it's time to feed the shrimp with the food we made. When you add into the tank, it's expanded triple the size. It looks like white snow and it breaks apart easily that all the shrimp, including the juveniles and the baby, can get it. They seem to enjoy very much and the soybeans won't pollute your water. It can be left on the tank without causing any issue. I'm not worried about it. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Until then, I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.